A friend of mine stabbed his father when he was 16 years old with kitchen knife. His father was a drug dealer, had many issues with police, and was beating the crap out of him and his mother. One day, it was simply too much. It was like 15 years ago. My friend now has a normie family, is a cheerful guy, and you wouldn't ever tell he has done something like this. My coworker was dating a guy, but she broke it off with him. Like 3 weeks later, he shot the new girl he was with. We made jokes about literally dodging a bullet. But holy fuck. Met one a while back at a gas station on my way to Gainesville. Was pumping gas, and a guy came up and just started chatting about how beautiful a day it was. He apologized and just said he was in such a great mood he had to share it with someone. He told me he had just gotten out of jail that morning, where he spent 8 years for killing the man that raped his 13-year-old daughter. He was on his way to go see her. We chatted for a few minutes, and he had a poetic, monologue about not taking your life, freedom, and loved ones for granted. He started crying. I gave him a hug and wished him the best of luck. Shout out to Octavius. I won't ever forget you. I worked with someone that killed someone in self-defense. I didn't believe his story, which is probably why he served time for the incident. The story he told was that he was having sex with some girl, and her husband came home and found them and immediately attacked him. He said he didn't want to fight him, but killed him in self-defense. Some months after we hired him, we got word that he also had some child molestation in his criminal record. Once that word spread around, he disappeared. He had stolen some stuff from coworkers before he left. 2 weeks later, he was robbed and killed outside a bar near work. My wife recently received a call from one of her family members that shocked her. Her uncle was arrested in Michigan for a murder that happened like 20 years ago. Apparently, a drug deal went bad, and he had killed this woman and then fled the state. For the next 20 years, he was completely normal, despite being investigated and questioned on 2 separate occasions, both of which he was able to keep hidden from the family. He recently returned to Michigan and was arrested due to DNA linking him to the murder, and is now on a $1 million bond. The whole family was shocked, as they never knew. Normal family: dad, mom, and 3 children. They lived in front of the house where we moved to when I was around 11. Everything was normal. We weren't the closest neighbors, just an always greet them with a smile kind of relationship. When I was around 16, he killed his wife with a knife in his house, in front of his children. They were kids. I think their brains made up the story about a monster when they were in court. They still love his dad, visited him in jail, and moved back with him after he was released years after. My grandpa's friend had a wife that was cheating on him. The husband didn't really care until he found out that she was leaving him. When the wife came home, the husband killed her, chopped her body up, and tried to burn the body. Police were called because the guy the wife was cheating on called them because he was worried about her not coming back to him at a certain time. When the police came to the house, they could see smoke in the back and caught the husband. My girlfriend's old boss killed his wife by spiking her drink with cyanide he took from his lab, then tried to quickly get her cremated to avoid scrutiny over the cause of death. Needless to say, that didn't work, and he's in prison for life. It was a pretty big story when it happened, since they were both relatively prominent doctors. I went to high school with and was pretty good friends with a guy that joined the Air Force. After a 4th of July cookout where he tried to kiss some other guy's wife and got rejected, he later showed up at their place on the base and stabbed them both to death. He attempted to kill a third guy that witnessed it, but that person survived. The guy I knew was given the death penalty for the murders and is still on death row. The whole thing really shocked me, as he was always extremely friendly at school. Never would have pictured him doing something like that. I used to work with a dude that murdered his wife while his kids were in the house, in a different room, because she cheated on him. Turns out, he didn't want everybody to label him a murderer for the rest of his life, so he killed himself too. I didn't go, but from what I was told, everybody at their double funeral claimed they were there for her, not him.